Hey. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host Gia with us this morning.
Hello, beautiful people.
And I want to say that this is the first day that I've worked here that Charlamagne hasn't flirted with me.
First of all, I
was wondering about
Red,
that
am I
myself.
lying, Red? He didn't make.
Red, who switched up the energy? Because I don't be flirting. I told him I'm not playing gay this year.
Listen, I was definitely going to make mention of this.
It's
I
you.
think it's the first day.
That's
First
him.
day. First day.
Envy ain't even think about it.
He did say one thing when I was in the office. I was about to get a water. He said, "You better not bend down over here and get that water."
Shut
from
up,
it.
boy. Ain't nobody say nothing stupid like that.
He definitely
Boy,
did.
if you don't stop,
All
why
right.
would you tell that lie on the radio?
I was
this
waiting
morning?
outside the door. I heard it.
See? Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk scissor.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name
There
or
we
you
go.
gossiping.
There's the Charlamagne.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
on the Breakfast Club.
Now we got to congratulate SZA. She scored her first Billboard Hot 100 #1 with Kill Bill. Congratulations.
That's crazy. That album was #1 for like 8 weeks this
Yes.
year. The whole album was, but that's her first #1 single?
Yeah.
Huh?
That
don't
sounds
sound
crazy.
right.
Yes, that's her first Billboard Hot 100 #1.
That can't be right, yo.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, so shout to her whole team over there. Shout to Baby Sam. Shout to Puerto Rican Rob. Shout to the whole staff and TDE. They
Salute
did their
to TDE,
thing.
man.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. Now, Teyana Taylor did an interview with Angie Martinez for
The
her
legendary,
podcast.
iconic Angie Martinez. Dropping the clues bombs for Angie Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
man. In Real Life is the best podcast out there. And has been for a minute.
Yeah, shout to Angie Marr. Now, they talked about Pharrell. Now, if you don't know, she was signed to Pharrell at 15. She even did My Sweet 16 on MTV with Pharrell and all them. And she talks about how she wished Pharrell would have protected her a little more.
I had a really, 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 really deep and honest conversation with Pharrell. Because, you know, that he was the first person to sign me. And to me, as a 15-year-old, was you didn't protect me. You let everybody mishandle me. You know what I'm saying? When I signed to you.
So, do you understand that? That's like probably so hard for him to hear that.
Just recently shared that with him. And I want to say it might have been like right after Fade came out. So I was like in a super like just poised, graceful place to just kind of like let him know just how proud I was of just us. Knowing him as well as I know him, it wasn't the thing that you did on purpose. You didn't purposely not protect me. You know, he's so gentle, you know, and just kind of just like let everybody push him out the way. And I guess for me, that 15-year-old, that girl just needed you to push for me more.
Wow.
Let me tell you something, man. If you want to hear in-depth, vulnerable conversations where guests completely let their guard down, listen to In Real Life podcast with Angie Martinez. There's nobody who makes their guests more comfortable than Angie Martinez, man.
Yeah, they also talk about the Fade video and, you know, the fact that she didn't even know it was coming out.
Like, it seemed like every time you got to the door, it slammed in your face. That was the feeling that I was having. You get what I'm saying? Even all the way down to Fade, to do Fade and be like, this is it.
Fade was fire.
Exactly.
Another
and I
moment.
feel like right after Fade, album should have dropped. It was always something. So I was like, what were these moments and who were these moments really for?
That's real.
Who were they for? Do you know?
I don't know. Like even when Fade came out, I told you, I didn't know. I watched myself on a VMAs have one of the biggest moments of my career sitting on my couch in Atlanta watching the VMAs.
And what's happening inside? Is that anger? Is that disappointment?
I don't even think that it was anger. It may have hit a little later because I think I was also trying to still process everything. You got to understand, when that video came out, my life literally changed overnight.
I mean, that's real. I mean, the Fade moment was definitely a moment for Kanye because that's his record. You know what I mean? But Kanye didn't think it through and, you know, and say to himself, I'm going to promote my record on the VMAs, but this is also my artist. Maybe let's drop a record, you know, the very next day on Teyana Taylor, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been her whole career. I don't think she's got the push. I don't think people recognize the talent as they should. Because she's an amazing artist.
Musically. But here's the thing, though. I don't wonder, it's not a disconnect with Teyana in the industry. It's more of a disconnect with Teyana and the consumer, right? Because the consumer be saying how much they love these people, but when these people drop a project, do you go support it?
Right.
Do you go buy it?
Yeah, same thing with Chloe Bailey. Yeah, you're right.
It's like
But it's crazy though because everybody raves about Teyana Taylor.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody admires her. Everybody talks about her. So
They don't
you know,
support,
as someone
though,
that's just sitting back and watching, I've often thought to myself, like, damn, why doesn't she pop off the way that she should?
I think it's the
all that
consumer.
talent, all that beauty, all that charisma. Why isn't she in the place that she's supposed to be in?
I think it's the consumer because when she drops music, the music is great.
It's always
but
great.
the consumer doesn't go out there and get it. SZA had a #1 album for 8 weeks in a row,
And
still selling. Just had a #1 single. Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
Because of the consumer.
It's just so sad because she's become so disheartened
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, at that time she retired.
Yeah, she retired at
She
that time.
retired,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
she's still retired as far as musically is concerned. She said she might come back, but right now she's in the acting. And she also talks about her relationship with her husband. Huh?
At any point, do you
With
feel
God, I'm
just
sorry.
like, it, why do I keep doing this? It's clearly not meant to be. Like, do you ever get in your head that way?
Yeah, I have those moments, but the great thing about how I handle myself is I have that moment, and once I let it all out, I then have my conversation with God. And I'm like, just breathe into me, Lord. And I think that that's the amazing part about having a relationship with God, because I think people think it's just like, okay, get on your knees, put your hands together and say a prayer, you know? And I think it's really about just having real conversations with him. Like, I done got up in a conversation with him tight. You know, like, I made hit him with a yo. Like, yo, Father, like, what's my journey? Like,
What are we doing?
What you want me to do? Like, what's my higher calling? Like, am I here? Like, what do you see for me?
Teyana is fine, okay? She's got a great career in so many different areas, from music to acting. She's going to continue to grow, movie directing, video directing. I feel like I just saw something with... She's creative director for Lotto now? Or am I
for
making
Lotto
this up?
now. Yeah, so
Oh.
now Lotto's on tour, so she's actually directing and choreographing Lotto's set.
That's right.
So all the dances and all that. So drop a bomb for
That's
Teyana
right.
Taylor.
Don't be surprised if one day you see Teyana Taylor winning a Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, for directing or acting. You just never know. Teyana gonna be more than fine.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. The People's Choice Mix is up next, and I got to remind you, May 28th, my car show. We heading to Memphis, and I'm bringing the whole family out. Gia's gonna be there. You hanging out with me in Memphis, right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
That's right. The kids will be out there. So it's a family fun day. We're going to be having cars from Young Dolph. We're going to have his whole fleet. We're going to be celebrating his life. Key Glock, 50 Cent, Bun B, My Cars, and a host of others. If you haven't got your tickets, get them now. Tickets are, for kids are 5 and under are free. So get them now. Click the link in my bio. And the People's Choice Mix is up next.
Jackson asked, he said, Mom, does Daddy bring the rides from state to state? The jumpies and everything? Does he bring that? Like, how does he get it there?
We do.
Well, he wanted to know if you physically,
Oh, if I
were
physically brought it?
transporting the Ferris wheels and, you know, the swinging arc and, you know, all of that from state to state.
Yeah. The other day I told him that, you know, that you know, when I was a child, we'd have to run on a plane to get the plane to go up in the air.
What?
Yeah, I was just messing with him. I was like, you know, in my day, we'd have to use our feet to get the plane in the air. We'd have to run real fast.
Like a Flintstone?
Yeah, like a Flintstone.
Man, shut up.
I definitely told him that. He was like, Mom said you're lying. Mom said you're fibbing. I was like, no, it's true. I even showed him a
Yeah,
video.
he's
I
not
was
allowed
like,
to use the word lying.
said
He
fibbing.
definitely said fibbing or telling an untruth.
That's right. Well, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Let's go.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.